Hello and welcome to Carmen Miller's Talk of the Town, Carolinas. I'm your host, Patty Mercer, here tonight in Tega Cay at the Candidate Forum, where we have 7 candidates running for 2 seats to serve on Tega Cay City Council, and we have 2 candidates vying for the 1 seat of mayor. We've asked all the candidates the same question, giving them each 60 seconds to answer. And here's the question. If elected, what are you planning to accomplish in your first 100 days for the citizens of Tega Cay? Let's find out what they said.
Hi, I'm Dottie Hirsi, and I'm candidate for mayor of Tega Cay. In my first 100 days, there would be a few things that I would do. First, I would brush up on Robert's rules to make sure I know how to run the meeting effectively. After that, I would work primarily to get the Economic Development Committee off the ground. It's something that we've already started, but we don't have a lot of members yet, and I think it's critically important to our future. In addition to that, I would like to start a municipal alliance with York County, Fort Mill, and probably Rock Hill as well. And so I'd like to at least have the initial reach out with their political mayors and council people and just kind of talk about what we could do together. Other than that, I'd like to meet with the city staff, all of the department heads, and get a better understanding of what is on their minds and what kind of support they need from me as the mayor.
Hello, I'm David ONeill, and I'm running for mayor of the great city of Tega Cay. I am a retired Army officer, retired lieutenant colonel. I've lived in Tega Cay for 17 years now, and I love it here. It's the best place in the world, and I hope to live here forever. And in the first days that after I'm elected, I'd like to curtail some of the growth. I think a lot of the people are tired of all the traffic, all this infrastructure that needs to be thought of before we grow. So I'd like to curtail growth, stop some of the homes, stop some of the high density homes, especially, no more apartments. So if I could do anything within my first, 100 days, I would say curtail growth somehow.
Hello, I'm Alicia Dash, and I have laryngitis. Do I have a magic wand and an unlimited budget? That would be my first question. But no, really what I think that we need to do is focus on bringing City Council together and saying, what are our focus areas? What is it that the city needs to focus on for the next 5 years, or 4 years, and come up with a plan to do so. So if it's public safety, if it's transportation, if it's planning, those are the things that we need to figure out. What are those main areas? And then what are the goals that we want to set for the city? And then how are we going to move forward to accomplish them? So I think setting up that strategic plan will really help us enable us to be able to move forward with a good plan going forward, and we'll be really able to be focused on allocating our resources appropriately, matching those different areas that we set up and those goals that we want to achieve.
I'm Abigail Duvall, and in my first 100 days for our residents here in Tega Cay, I want to make sure that we actually hit that pause button on residential growth. I know of a couple of things that might be coming before council soon, and I want to make sure that we gain the traction to hit the pause button and really take a look back in towards our city. Also, within the first 100 days, I think it's very reasonable to go ahead and look to bringing back some of our volunteer committees. That's a big goal of mine, and I think that's a good first achievement to make sure that the residents know that this city is for them.
Hello, Patty. My name is Ron Kirby. I'm running for my 3rd term of council. I've lived here for 25 years. I know what the people want. I know how to get there. I know who to call, what to do. I'm not a know-it-all, but I have a tremendous amount of experience working with the city and other municipalities and local business leaders to bring in the funds we need for certain projects ahead of us.
Hey, how you doing, Patty? Thank you. This is Chris Larson. I'm running for council for the city of Tega Cay. In the first 100 days, I anticipate that we're going to be going full steam ahead. I have a long agenda that I'd like to accomplish. It's going to take longer than 100 days. But I think we got to focus on our commercial growth in the city and how we're going to do it. I have an opportunity out there on Stam Road where we have about 68 acres. I'd like to get that established along with Catawba Park. I think that's very important. We have 62 acres over there. It's been arranged right now, but there's a vague future for it financially. I have also contacted sponsors that I think would be able to contribute to the park, and I think also that I've contacted enough establishments that would be interested in coming into our commercial area on Dam Road, and I think both of them will act as a segue for each other and make Tega Cay a destination.
Well, my name is Gus Machoness, and that's a great question. I think I would probably, during the first 90 days, first 100 days, plan out the 3 years and 9 months following that. I'd probably like to sit down and look at all the projects that have already been approved, look at the density, look at the various developments that are going to be built, and keep an eye on those and make sure that those projects go along the way they were planned. After that, I'd like to sit down with the city manager and also with the finance director and look at the ways to fund some of the projects that are going to have to be built, things like Catawba Park, our police station, and things like that. Game on, I'm very excited about it and the commercial development that's going to come, but one of the things that I really want to look at there is there's a lot of dirt that's going to be moved. One of the reasons that we all love this city is because of Lake Wiley. I want to make sure that dirt stays in that project instead of moving its way down into our lake.
Hello, I'm Mike Mastretta and I'm running for Tega Cay City Council. Well, in the first 100 days, I think the best thing that I could accomplish is listen and learn. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of things going on in our community. We've got a great community. There's no reason to move things and change at a fast pace. What I'd like to do is slow it down, listen and learn about the developments that are going on so I can help the community grow.
My name's Heather Overman, and thank you so much, Patty, for being willing to do this and to ask that question. It's a great question. Some of the things that I would probably do in the first 90 days, I would really look to make sure that the Economic Development Committee that's being formed right now is formed and really takes off the ground. One of the things is that we need to work on as a city is to increase our tax base, and so they would commercially, and so they would be the people that really are overseeing those projects. One of the other things that I would do, and one of the other things that's really important to me, is reach out to the local municipalities in the area, specifically within the town of Fort Mill and the county, our elected officials within the county, and really start to bridge those relationships. And finally, I probably would make sure that we have all of the council members that get elected appointed to the different committees that go on in the city, and making sure that they are all solidified in their positions there. So thank you so much.
Well, those are your candidates for Tega Cay. And remember, it's important to be an informed voter, but more important is to cast your vote. So make sure you get out and vote November 7th. That's it for this edition of Carmen Miller's Talk of the Town Carolinas. If you'd like to see more beautiful homes in our area, simply go to homesfortmill.com. And maybe you want to buy or sell your own home. Always remember to call Carmen Miller, because she believes, just like we all believe, you got to live where you love and love where you live. Until next time, this is Patty Mercer. Bye-bye.